The calm before the storm. It's a perfect idiom for this moment. Hijikata and the others have reached their assigned position. How are we doing? I call out to Toyama and Okuta behind me.
鳥羽に大石田が入ったところは確認できた。それ以外には特に動きはない。
I see. As for the plan, Toyama can open the door, then Okuta and I will...
大岡は剣術が達者ではないだろう。切り込むのは私と沖田がいい。
No, that's...
なんだ女だからってバカにしてるのか
I was waiting for her to say this! Shut the fuck up! That's not what I mean!
だったらどういうって起きた
私一人でいい。
Okuta stands between Toyama and me. I can't let you do that. Even if you're Shinsen Gumi.
そうだぞ。私も剣術には多少自信が。
実践は？
いや、それは。
だったら邪魔なだけ。
Be the Shinsen Gumi's marauding captain at this age. Hijikata also told me to leave it to Okuta. However,
なぜ新選組がここにいるのか、その理由を考えた方がいい。
the Shinsen Gumi's purpose. Sometimes talk isn't enough to keep the peace. In some cases, someone has to do the dirty work. That's why the Shinsen Gumi exist. To kill.
大丈夫。私は強い。
Yeah, I don't doubt that. Yeah. I wonder why. In Okuta's determination, I...
行く。
We all face each other. And nod. In an instant...
御用改めである無礼すまいぞ手向かう者は容赦なく切り捨てる
誰だ貴様は
新選組起きた
新選組
There are 10 or so men, and they look strong.
奥にいるのが大石田だ
So that's him.
いやいや相手は女子供ともやしだけだ
女子供だと
By the scrawny weakling? Yes.
みんなでやるや怖くねえ行くぞ
言わせておけば
一人でいいと言ったはず
Okuta takes a step forward, holding an arm out in front of Sakura. Okuta places his hand on sword hilt and draws the blade.
ガキが
This is very stylized.
何を
They don't even have time to try and attack us. Okuta just weaves through them, not wasting a single step. With the single stroke of Okuta's sword, 2 men fall. From their swords never even come close to parrying. It isn't that the men are weak. Okuta is just too strong.
くそー
これで終わり
That was the first time someone managed to even touch Okuta's sword. But
新選組か
took you that long to realize? Okuta's sword is poised right at Oshida's neck. Throat. It all happened in mere seconds.
御用改めである無礼すまあれ
Took you long enough.
土方すでに終わっている
おお、さすがだな。
あとは任せる。
Okta turns on a heel, slipping sword back into sheath. Shichibe Oishida, right?
そうだ。それがどうした？
Were you the one who killed Tokiyoshi Obanazawa?
ちげえ。それを聞くために改めたのか？
No. It was one of the reasons. However, gambling is against the law. I'll ask you one more time. Were you the one who killed Obanazawa? Disarmed, Oishida has no means left to resist.
俺は0時きっかりに尾花沢のところ行った。だが、その時は奴は死んでた。
Yeah, see, here's the thing, right? It's too obvious for the Yakuza to be the killer, alright? Midnight. That does line up with with a lot of the testimony.
ならなぜ尾花沢の家に押し入った？
I think the better question is, why do you two look like you came from two different visual novels? Break in. Was that the information Toyama had found?
尾花沢が殺されたって情報が入った。夜の11時半過ぎだ。奉行どもが入ったら、奴の借金は取り戻せねえ。その前に押し入った。それだけだ。
何を奪った？
時間はねえ。小銭が入った銭入れしか奪えんかった。
その銭入れは？
Oishida reaches into his waistband. Reaches for his waistband.
待て。
Hichikata turns his sword on Oishida.
心配すんな。懐刀は持ってねえ。
用心はする。それが仕事だからな。
勝手にしろ。
Oishida pulls a coin purse out of his waistband, and Hichikata lowers his sword. So you still had it on you. Convenient. I'll be confiscating this, understood? I'll be confiscating this, understood?
これじゃ骨折り損だな。
Correct. His shoulders droop as he watches me take the coin purse. Oishida, you'll be coming with us for illegal gambling and...
大丈夫。峰打ち。
On closer inspection, I see that not one man who was struck is actually wounded.
ただ、あばらの1本や2本は折れてるかもな。数日間は地獄の苦しみさ。
So, like, does Okita have a route? Cause, like, you know...
ある意味残酷だな。
Obtained item pouch. A coin purse that Oishida stole from Obanazawa. Only some changes inside.
この男、何か違和感がある。
違和感？
You think?
何か、切りつける動作が。いや、なんでもないと思う。
そうか。何もなければいいが。
I leave the scene to Hijikata, Toyama, and the soldiers. Thank you, Okita. You really saved us. You're really amazing. I didn't have time to help, even if I could.
当然。
It was like watching a demon god cutting down all those big men in a second. But Okita looked so delicate now. It's hard to believe it's the same person. Can I ask for your help again next time? Yes, she does. Fucking... Ah, shit.
いい。
Again, it feels like... How do I put it? Like my heart is about to burst. Okita, I trip over something in the dark and... Fuck! Fuck off, bro. You cannot do this. I feel something soft in my hand. Have you still... Right, of course Shime still thought Okta was a guy. I give it a good squeeze, try to figure out what it is. This is, I might have been operating under a misunderstanding. You think? Okay, not might. Pretty definitely. This is... I get it now. The softness. She's a girl. This isn't a big reveal. She's wearing a fucking skirt. What you... Yeah, he's still got his head on, somehow. Reimu ran out to greet us, waving eagerly. I mean, yeah, I am, but... Oh, it was her hand. No, this was my own fault. I mean, I really should have known better. She might be a tomboy, but boys don't wear skirts. You think? Fucking Christ, man. She's wearing the same uniform as an obvious guy. Why would they be wearing different fucking leg wear, right? She's wearing a skirt. If they were both wearing a skirt, it wouldn't be as obvious, but he wasn't. Bro, for someone who's meant to be smart, like... Have you seen Okita? And foot job? Jesus Christ. I see. I'll just let it be for now. No, that's not it. I think. Thanks, Reimu. Like, it's not surprising that Sakura and Reimu know that she's a girl because of that womanly because they have the womanly intuition. But like, come on, Shime. Reimu wasn't a tomboy. Okita's more of a tomboy. Right. But Reimu is still a tomboy. She still has guyish behavior and mannerisms. Especially in her hobby of inventing. But she is more of a... A dairy? I guess, yeah. But Okita definitely is more of a tomboy. She's a kudere tomboy. So, you know, my two favorite types. When I awoke, it was still a little before midnight. That Reimu make me finish every last one of the leftover onigiri she made. Anyone would get indigestion from that. I tried closing my eyes again. No avail. I know there's another reason I can't get to sleep. It's a quiet night, and the main street is empty. Completely the opposite of the lively state of the town by day. My mic didn't pick up the sigh. It would be better if everything stayed peaceful. But this time, this era is becoming more and more dangerous. That's why I need to change as well. And yet... Of course he's drunk. Hondo, why are you here?
きたいか?
I don't want to. No, I don't. Well, when you put it like that, I get the feeling I don't.
そう言わないで聞けばいいだろ新米奉行か
Man, fuck you. Huh? Something seems rather off about Kondo. You reek. Were you out drinking?
お前の親父と一緒にな
So, like, are we ever going to see his dad? With my father? My father and Kondo often go drinking together. It's not that weird, but still.
何の話したのか聞かないのか
Now that would be cross. Now that would be cross.
それもそうか
We had a case on the day I assumed office. It's safe to assume we were talking about they were talking about me.
それより新米奉行が夜道なんか不用心じゃないかこんなところで何をしてたんだ
I'm not really doing anything in particular.
眠れないか
Yes, that's it. My entire body is exhausted, but my eyes just wouldn't close.
ああそういえば親父さん飲み直すって言ってたな
My father?
神社で一人寂しく飲むのもあれだし飲み相手欲しいって言ってたな
I see.
ここはやっぱ息子が言ってあげるのが嬉しいだろうな
Oh, so we actually do get to meet him. Okay. In other words, he's telling me to go. I see what you're getting at.
おははさすが正しげな息子空気が読めるな
I'm not sure how I ended up running into Kondo here. But now I'm pretty sure it was a setup.
さて俺も帰って飲み直すか
Try not to fall asleep mid-drink.
はははしめくに言われちゃ世話ないな
Kondo waves to me as he heads back toward the dorm. I don't know if the mic picked that up. The evening wind is cold against my skin. It's still a little chilly out at night. My stamina's gotten worse. I hope I don't have muscle pains in the morning.
少しは運動しておかないとダメだぞ、使命。
Oh, father.
私がここにいることに気がつかなかったのか
No.
下ばかり向いて歩いてるからだぞ。
Who is Tadashige's voice actor? It's been all of 3 days since we saw each other. But it feels like it's been a long time.
飲むか
Sounds good. Oh shit, is this a CG? The falling cherry blossoms dance in the light of the lanterns. They catch the faint light as they drift down, accumulating on the ground. Did you light those lanterns for me? Just for me?
大変だったんだぞ。近藤にことづてしてたのに燃え尽きないか心配だったぞ。
With Kondo? Did you pull in on all this, father?
お前のことだ。どうせ眠れないだろうと思ってな。
Ah, I see. So I was playing right into his hands.
それでは息子の門出に。
We tap our glasses together. It's the first time I've drunk with my father like this. Thank you for the drink. I drain my glass. It's faintly sweet with a pure fragrant smell that penetrates the back of my throat. Isn't this super high quality?
お、酒の味がわかるようになったのか。
Well, to an ordinary extent. Ever since it was decided I was going to be the magistrate, I've had the opportunity to drink with many people. Hijikata and Kondo and Rimu. So I've started to understand a little I've started to understand it more.
しかし今度は安酒で弱しにかかるからな。二日酔いにならないようすぐ回してくれと言っておいて正解だった。
That's very like Kondo. I remember the first time I drank with him. I was a total mess afterward. My body still hurts just thinking about it.
それでどうだ初仕事は。
You didn't ask Kondo about it?
お前の口から聞きたかったんだ。
From me? But why? Okay then.
どうした浮かない顔して。
It feels like you've gotten so much farther from me today. I can't do what you always do. The more I do this job, the more I learn, the more distant you feel. It was easier when I was just thinking about it. I'm only managing to make it this far because of everyone's help.
それでいいんだ。
That's fine.
自分の立ち位置がわかる。それも一つの成長だ。経験だ。それはそうだな。例えばこの酒の味がわかるようになったこと。
I take another sip, then down the cup again. My father just smiles and fills it once more.
この酒一滴を作るのに職人のどれだけの苦労が詰まっているか。
Like 3 days.
並外れた技術と長い経験がこの味を作り上げている。もしそれがわからないならば原点にも立てていない。知らずを知る。それも経験だ。
I see. I've only just started my journey. I thought that knowledge would help me sail through, but I get it. I'm sure I'll get to experience a whole lot of new things from now on. So I won't brood over my inexperience anymore. I'll think of it as a trial for myself to overcome.
大変だぞ。
I'm counting on it. I'm sure the more experience I gain, the more distant my father will feel. But really, I'll just understand that distance better. Knowing where my goal is will help me reach it faster. Aspiring to be like my father, like Tadashige Oka, the magistrate of Minamimachi. Father, allow me to pour you a glass as well.
お、分かってきたな。
Of course, I'm Shimeoka. Shimeoka, after all, the magistrate of Nakamachi.
なら、今日あったことを聞かせてくれ。大岡使命の言葉で。
Alright, so he's gonna die. So I'd like to start pre-trial deliberations. Kondo has been summoned by Nagai, so he isn't here. Yamanami isn't here because she's watching over the suspects. I'd like to begin by asking for everyone's opinion. So first...
私から述べさせてもらおう。
yes, it's the bitch. Go ahead then, Toyama. I hope she is improved. Alright. Listen. I may have been a little too pissed off when she brought up the fact that the only reason Shime is telling her to not go gung-ho into the temple was because she's a woman. Alright, I may have gotten pissed off at that. I'm not going to apologize for it. Because because that kind of thinking is a lot more common now than it was when this game probably came out. Either way, you better improve as a character.
調査からの結論としては、河合が最も疑わしいことに変わりはないと思う。
And I mean outside of the romance route, because I can guarantee she has a romance route. Kawaii? Even though we caught Oishida yesterday?
だからその結果、河合が疑わしいということだ。動機としては確かに、河北や大石田の方が大きい。しかし供述からして、この二人が殺すには証拠がない。逆に山野辺の供述から見るに、河合の証拠は十分と言えるだろう。
I mean, true.
以上だ。
It's true that Yamanobe didn't seem to be lying. Kaoku's statement was vague, but that doesn't mean there's no reason to suspect Kahoku either. Then who here agrees with Toyama? Okta. What do you think, Hijikata?
俺の考えとしては、河合で決めつけるのは尚早と思う。
Well, that's why we're deliberating. Is this a safe visual novel? I mean, yes. In comparison to the last two visual novels I played, I mean, the first scene showed that it wasn't as safe, but you know, if it's like on the level of Nekopara or something like that, probably not. Maybe. Why do you say that?
確かに河合の状況が最も悪いとは思う。しかし河合の動機が全くない。
You know, outside of the sus CG at the start, it's been pretty tame.
その上、河北や大石田の動機がはっきりしている。
But that's also because for most of the game at the moment, I've only been... It's been mostly like investigation shit.
この二人が共謀していたら、というのも考えられなくもないからな。
しかし河北と大石田に関連はない。それは確認した。
嘘をついてる可能性もあるだろう。賭場で意識合わせをしたということもあり得る。山野辺も河合に罪をなすりつけようとしてた可能性も否定できない。
だとしたら捜査は振り出しじゃないか。
そういうわけじゃない。あらゆる可能性を探らなければいけないってことだ。
Olo's area would be good for polychrome, yes. Every possibility. He does have a point. However...
ねえ、しめくん、奉行の期限もっと伸ばせないかな。今日で解決なんてやっぱ無理っぽいよ。
That's why Kondo is speaking with Nagai at the moment.
だったら
He's going to ask, but we should consider the answer as good as no.
シュン
Considering considering this is the guy we're talking about, I'm sure he won't allow it.
なら大岡の意見はどうなんだ。
I don't know.
はあ
Everyone is suspicious, and they may all be guilty.
わけがわからないこと言ってないで、誰か一人に決めないとダメだろ。時間はもうないんだぞ。
No, I mean, I just don't know right now. If we all gather and talk this through, I'm sure things will start making sense. And then I can make a decision.
危険な賭けだな。
俺は賛成できないぞ。
However much we debate here, it's just that, a debate.
確かに。
私はしめくんの意見に賛成だよ。
Yeah, but like, you agree with everything he says.
お前のは大岡の意見に無条件で賛成してるだけだろ。
And that's why they're better than you.
そうじゃなくって結局はそうするしかないってだけ。
I was gonna say better women, but that would just prove her point.
そうするしかない。
時間はないし誰が犯人かも特定できない。だったらそうするしかないじゃん。
だから何度言ったら犯人は河合だと。
絶対？
ああ。
もし間違ってたら針1000本飲む？
That's not how you...
いや。
だったらそうするしかないっしょ。
We can't punish someone just for being suspicious. But where there's a murder, there must be a murderer. If suspicion won't cut it, what we need is proof. Alright, let's go over all the evidence we have at the moment. After that, I believe I will be able to come to a conclusion during the hearing.
解決できる確信は？
I can't say I'm certain, but I am confident. This isn't a blind bet. It's a challenge.
そうか。
Yeah, apparently during this time, it wasn't the job of the prosecutor and the defendant and the defense to make an argument whether or not their client was guilty or not. It was the job of the magistrate to decide whether the client was guilty or not, the defendant was guilty or not.
私は使命君を信じるよ。
何かあったら俺も手助けするぜ。
何事もなければそれで。
We may not have all the answers yet, but this is the first step of the trials to come. Then, Toyama, you will handle the verbal arguments.
敗者。
Rimu, you will act as counsel.
あいよ。
Ukta, we have a gangster in the court, so I'll leave security to you in addition to verbal arguments.
了解。
Hijikata, you'll be standing behind the sliding screen in case a dispute breaks out.
ういっす。
I'll ask Yamanami to serve as clerk. She should be on her way here now, together with the suspects. And the time has come, and so have I. For Nakamachi's first trial, let's head to court. Alright, let's see this. Damn, compared to the voices. Oh boy. Interesting. Scoring? I think that's what it says. Completing the trial by asking the right questions will unlock special rewards like illustrations and concept art. Ah, okay. So there's bonus points if you get it all. I see. More correct answers will yield more rewards. But don't worry about that on your first playthrough. It's just a fun extra for a second pass. Interesting. But like, I'm a fucking completionist. And I'm not gonna go, and I don't want to go through the whole game twice just to get all of the bonus parts. I want to do it live on stream. Score during the trial with the score button. Your score will change dynamically according to your percentage of correct answers. Interesting. All right, let's.
仲町奉行大岡使命ご出座
Let the trial begin. Oh shit! We're just. There's the score. Hang on, let me do this. Voice volume a bit too high. We shall now examine the murder of Tokuyoshi Obanazawa and the abandonment of his corpse. Please bring forward all those.
おいおい、ちょっと待て！こちら盗みはしたが殺しはやってねえぞ。
Yeah,
私なんて何にもやってないざますよ。こんなところに呼ばれる筋合いはないざます。
As I said earlier, this is an examination, not a judge.
だったら何にも言うことはないざます。この女が犯人ざます。
I mean, true, this isn't a judgment, because you're not a judge.
だから私が犯人じゃないって。私はこっちの子が。
You gonna say anything?
一度静かにしろ。
She was though.
ここはオシラスだ。お前たちが日常を過ごしている場所ではない。オシラスでの侮辱偽証は本件に関係なくひっ捕らえる。覚えておけ。
Alright. It's just as she says. looks like they've all calmed down now. All in a hearing. During a hearing, you'll hear testimony from multiple people related to the case and pursue contradictions in their statements. The first thing to do is listen closely to everyone's opinions. I mean, this is fucking Ace Attorney. What do you expect? Begin your examination. First, I'd like to ask you all about your connection with Tokuyoshi Obanazawa. Let's start with Yamanobe.
師匠とは師弟関係だよ。って師匠って言ってるくらいだから当然か。その小花沢さんという方は知りませんでした。
Okay, you're the main reason my voice volume was so high, bro.
あの日の夜亡くなってる時に見たのが初めてです。
小花沢という方とは渡し船の船頭と客という関係ざますよ。もっとも名前を知ったのは今が初めてざます。
Right.
あいつとは単なる客と胴元という関係だけで。それがどうして。
First, I'd like to get a few more details from each of them. What claim should I look at next? About the gambling den, about your complaint with Obanazawa, about the first time you met, about your master. About your complaint with Obanazawa.
しかし出来の悪い人だったざますね。その小花沢さんという方は。
Yeah. I'm not asking your opinion of him.
あら、そうざますか。私嘘がつけない性格ざますからね。
It's true. When she blabs like that, it doesn't seem like anything she tried to hide would come right out. And this hairpin belongs to you, Kohoku, correct?
そうざます。裁きが終わったら本当に返すざますね。
Maybe not if you're the criminal. I can promise you that. You needn't worry.
終わるまでは安心できないざます。
でもその宝飾どっからどう見ても偽物だけどね。
あなたのような小娘には本当の価値はわからないざます。
I mean, considering she spent hours looking for it,
Hey, hey!
What claim should I look at next? The gambling den. Allow me to say this. Gambling is illegal in Okacho. You know this, right?
知ってら。だけどよ、一応鳥羽には鳥羽の役目っていうもんがあるんだぜ。
Obviously.
役目だと。
It boosts the economy.
世の中には金に困った人間、前科者で職に就けねえ人間、ゴロゴロいんだ。
Okay, that's not what I was thinking, but sure.
そういう半畜な奴らが最後に頼ってくるのが俺のところなのさ。
You're also the worst option.
鳥羽なんか大概インチキだろ。人を騙して何正義語ってるんだ。
ちょっと待て。確かにインチキしてる胴元もいいんがよ。俺んところはインチキ一切なしだ。叱ってもいいぜ。
どうだか。
By the way, around when did Omanazawa start visiting your establishment?
いつからか。ざっと3年になるかね。
And how bad were his losses?
そうだな。詳しくは計算しねえとわかんねえが、ざっと40両だな。
40両？私の3年分の給料じゃん。
That's practically screaming to get killed. A 40 real loan is nothing to sneeze at. Was there no collateral?
俺は賭場を開いて場代をもらうだけだ。貸し付けはそれぞれ行うんだよ。
Then why did you take Omanazawa's money, Yoshida? Oishida?
取り立ての代行もしてんからな。3割の手数料は安いもんで。
Right.
それがこれっぽっちの小銭じゃやってらんねえぜ。
What clip should I look at next? You know, maybe if she stopped mooching, maybe if he was more of a hard ass on fucking Kohaku, then he would have been able to pay off the debt. About the first time you met. Tell me, had you ridden a boat like Omanazawa's before?
ないと思います。
What do you mean you don't think so?
記憶がないくらい小さい頃ならという意味です。
Yamanobe Omanazawa began operating his ferry around 10 years ago, right?
そうだよ。ちょうど10年だったと思うよ。だったら会ったことないと思います。
She seems very honest, but I can't let my guard down. What claim should I look at next? About your master.
お奉行さん、一回聞いたことをどうしてまた聞くの？
I know the answers, but this is our chance to discuss them as a group.
ふーん。で、他に質問は？
When did you first meet Omanazawa?
1年くらい前だよ。大花町の給食情報を見たんだ。体動かしたり客相手にするのは好きだったからさ。こりゃ自分に合ってるってピンと感じたんだよね。
あら、そうざますか。死んだ尾花沢さんとはいい関係に見えたざますよ。
Nah.
色恋沙汰で別れ話にぐさっとやってしまったんじゃないざますか。
そんなわけないよ。師匠は師匠。ただのそれだけの関係だよ。
Why does it feel like she's projecting when she said that?
師匠がどう思ってるかはもうわかんないけど。
Not Yamanobe. I meant the other woman.
私はそういう感情全くないもん。
Hohoku or whatever her name is. If she did, I'd feel a little bad for her right now. Still, it is possible that Omanazawa had one-sided feelings for her. We've heard all their stories now, but there wasn't much out of place. I'll try digging a little deeper this time. Alright, here it is. Holding a hearing 2. When listening to multiple statements, you will find contradictions in the testimony. You can click on them to press for details. Words in red are clickable when pressing someone. You must present items or info to demonstrate the contradiction. As the game progresses, red words will appear more frequently. You can use the numbers above the message window to jump between statements in red. Thank you all for your cooperation. Next, I'd like to ask about the night of the incident. Now, who's next? The night of the incident. Let's just go from top to bottom. Kahoku, please tell me what you were doing on the night of the incident.
ええ、いいざます。耳かっぽじって聞くざますよ。私があの男と小娘が言い争いをしていたのを聞いたのは11時半頃ざます。
Okay.
懐中時計で時間を確認したから間違いないざます。聞くと私のかんざしを奪い合ってる会話だったざます。まったくふざけるなざます。その後に2人は言い争ったままどっかに行ったざます。あの様子だと小娘に男が刺されてもおかしくないざますね。
Now, who's next? Let's go through these first, and then we'll press them after. Yamanobe, please tell me what you were doing at the night of the incident.
私？いいよ。仕事から戻ってさ、すっごい眠くて寝てたわけ。ところが私ってばあんどんつけたまま寝ちゃっててさ、火の用心のお兄さんが叩き起こしてくれて、いや火事になってたら大変だったよ。それで師匠に頼まれてたかんざしを届けに行ったのよ。師匠の家に着いてからなんか変だなと思って窓から覗いたら、そこにその子が血まみれで立ってたってわけ。そりゃあもうびっくりさ。その時に時計が見えて、時間は11時を指してたかな。
Okay, yeah, there's a clear contradiction in there, right? Well, not in there, but between the two statements, because you've got one claiming that Yamanobe and her master were fighting at 11:30, and now you've got Yamanobe claiming that her master was already dead at 11. Interesting.
私も女の子だからね。びっくりして逃げちゃったって流れだよ。
Hold on. Did she really see the clock? That's what I'm thinking, right? Because where is it? You got fucking this one. Well, yeah, here's the thing. You've got Kawaii's going to say she found the body at 1, right? But one of the pieces of information was that in perspective of where she would have been standing, right? Yamanobe wouldn't have been able to see the clock, especially if Kawai is standing in front of the door already, right? Now, who's next? All right, anyway, before we get to that, Kawai, please tell me what you were doing at the night of the incident. On the night of the incident.
はい。私が尾花沢さんの家に行ったのは多分1時頃だったと思うんですけど、そうですね、日は確実に回ってたと思います。その時には尾花沢さんは玄関のところで血を流して倒れてました。しばらくは何があったかわからなくて、その場に立っていた気がします。それで山野辺さんとは会いましたけど、走ってどこかに行ってしまいました。その後に家を出まして、しばらく歩いていたらメガネのお姉さんと会いました。着替えをしたのはその時です。明け方頃でしたでしょうか。
Interesting that this is the only one I can press, even though I guess we'll get back to why the fuck she was covered in blood, right? Because like nothing in her story explains why she would be covered in blood. Now who's next? The most sus looking guy, but I don't think he's gonna be the murderer. Oishida, please tell me what you were doing the night of the crime.
ちゃんと聞いとけや。俺が鳥羽に入ったのは8時頃だった。でも近頃じゃ警備が厳しくてあまり人は来なかった。まあこんな日も珍しくねえ。結局10時には鳥羽は閉めたな。そんで11時半だったかな。部下が尾花沢が死んでるって騒いでてさ。
Interesting.
距離的にそうだな。急いで向かっても日が回ってたんじゃねえかな。
Hmm. So now you've got 2 people cooperating 11:30.
あとはお奉行さんも知ってる通りで。
Thank you all for cooperating. Cooperating. Feels like I'm missing something. Let me ask once more. Now who's next? Alright. Alright, so Kahoku first.
私があの男と小娘
11:30. About what you said earlier. Bro, why does this... Stop showing my friends.
それについてはこれから話すつもりざますせかさないでほしいざますね
Sorry.
私があの
Okay,
男と
I mean,
小娘が言い
I don't
争い
think
をして
there's
い
an
たのを聞
issue
いたのは
if I
聞くと
press everything,
私の
right?
感
Sorry. Do you have some time?
まだ話の途中最後まで聞くざます
I see, sorry.
聞くとその後に二人はあの様子だと小娘に
Damn.
男が刺されてもおかしくないざます
Okay, fine.
ね
I'll press something that
私
actually might need
そ
some
れで
pressing.
師匠に頼まれ
Sorry, may I have a
何
word?
私変なこと言ったかな。それで
Please don't
師
tell
匠に
me
頼まれてた
that
かんざし
this is going
その
to
時に
affect
時計が見えて
the
時間は
score.
11時を指してたかな。
Yeah, I saw the clock. It should be position of the windows, right? Yeah, I can't see the clock from the window on the left. Yamanobe, you said you saw the clock from the window, right?
うんそうだよ。
Actually, I should
これ
have
がどう
checked.
したの？
I should have checked everyone else first, man. God damn it. But I think the fluff dialogue is probably going to be the same with the rest of the answers. Did you know you can't see the clock from the window? Can't see the clock from that window?
またまたお奉行さんってば冗談。
Please think about it. Where was the clock in Omanazawa's house?
確か玄関から入って左奥らへん。あ、
Bro, out of all 4 of the people who are suspects, you should be the first person to know the layout of your master's house. All right. You can't see that clock from the window.
確かに。でも私は時間を見たんだけどな。あれは一体。
この小娘が嘘をついているからに決まってるざます
Hold your horses. What the fuck is this? Argument? When two people make contradictory statements and neither will give in, an argument will begin. You will need to use items or info to interrupt some and pursue the contradiction. Once again, to end the conflict, you must use items or info to identify an illogical statement.
嘘って。私は嘘なんか言ってないよ。
いいえ嘘ざますね11時に死んでたら他全員が嘘をついてることになるざます私たちにはそれは不可能ざます
みんなが結託して私を陥れようとしてるんじゃないの？
そんなわけないざます見苦しい言い訳はやめるざます
言わせておけばこの性悪ババア。もしくは私が騙され。そっか、もしかしたら本当に誰かが私を騙そうとしてるんじゃないかな。
In what way?
例えば時計の配置を変えてから針を巻き戻してたり。
See, I would understand turning back the hands, but outside of moving the clock, she would have not been able to see the clock to begin with.
そんな憶測で話を紛らわそうなんてちゃんちゃらおかしいざますね。
Indeed, if someone moved the clock or the hands, what Yamanobe is saying is certainly possible. But did something like that really happen? Let me think. Could something like that happen? I mean, yeah, it could happen, right? But then after... Yeah, there is no indication of furniture being moved. Doesn't look like anyone tried to cover up anything. Right. Yamanobe, please calm down and listen to me. As far as we could tell, the clock, the window, and the chest of drawers hadn't been tampered with.
そんな。でもそうしたら他に。
Yeah, because here's the thing. We already know that the clock, when we investigated, was accurate, right? That means either they never tampered with the clock to begin with, or they changed the time, and then after Yamanobe saw the time, however the fuck she was able to, they came back to change the time again. That wouldn't make sense.
言い訳は見苦しいざますよ。おとなしく自分が犯人だと白状なさいざます。
そんなことないもん。でも私じゃないのは確かで。
Is she shaking and trying to come up with an excuse, or is she just thinking, who should I take to task? Hi Yamanobe, Ina Kahoku. What do you mean, who should I take to task? What does that mean? Just as Kahoku said, you should...
待て、何を根拠に山野辺が犯人だと言うんだ。
well, Kahoku says...
根拠としては薄い。考え直せ。
Listen, it's not my fault the phrasing of the question was weird. She doesn't have a point. Should I take to task? Kahoku. It's just as you say, Yamanobe. Kahoku, it's still possible that Yamanobe isn't lying.
何を言ってるざます。現にこうして証拠が。
No? Let's say she isn't lying. She's confused. How does that sound?
勘違い？でも私は現に11時という時計を見たんだ。
Here's the best explanation for that, right? Fuck. I was about to get to it, right? Because you're right. Yamanobe can't see the clock from where she would have been standing. But the mirror would have flipped the clock to display 11. I was about to explain it, bro. And now you show the... Now everyone knows. Man, you witnessed the scene from the window. What you could see from that angle was this. Which means this was the clock you saw. I was confused on whether... Well, no. I wasn't really. Yeah, which means this was the clock you saw. Fucking the mirror. We heard earlier that the clock, window, and chest of drawers weren't messed with.
うん。私は確認してないけど。
And yet you saw the clock from the window, correct? Here's the thing. I physically turned to the left, looked up at my clock to like, oh yeah, that would make sense that the mirror would reflect the clock to show 11 instead of 1. Man, I know what analog clocks look like, bro. I didn't need to.
うん。それは間違いないよ。
Yamanobe, you did see the clock.
でもそれはお奉行さんがさっき勘違いって。
Yes, but in a way, your testimony was accurate. What you really saw was this. The reflection of the clock in the window, and there 11, and there 1 o'clock would be.
11時?
Congratulations. You aren't as dumb as you look. I mean, that's right. So, what you actually saw was a clock reading 1.
なるほど。確かに辻褄が合うね。だとすると。
それでもこの小娘が証拠を作ろうとしてるだけかもしれないざますよ。
No. See, here's the thing, right? It would be even more suspicious if she knew that the clock read 1 o'clock, right? If she knew, if she actually stated the accurate time, it would have looked more suspicious for her. Because, like, how would she have been able to see the clock from the window? Kahoku, just slow down. That's just a blind accusation. Please stop trying to jump to conclusions.
でもざます。それでは全然話にならないざます。
Listen, there's multiple lines of thinking around this, alright? We'll eventually get to why the fuck Kawai was covered in blood, but we're not getting to that yet, alright?
静粛にしろ。さもないと。
Oh, do not threaten the suspects, alright? Not both of them.
わかったざますよ。
With this, there's much less reason to suspect Yamanobe. That leaves the thing that interests me most is motive.
それだけを言うと、俺は大ありだな。
That puts both Kahoku and Oishida in a bind, but
正直だな。
だが、俺じゃねえ。どうやって証明するかはわかんねえけどな。
尾花沢の懐刀を奪って一月。お前なら簡単にできるだろうな。
Hmm.
ちげねえ。
Koyama, wait a second.
どうかしたのか？何でもないなんて言うと承知しないぞ。
No, something just feels off.
違和感？私は何も感じないぞ。
Well, that's because... No, I'm not going to say it. What about you, Rimu?
私も全然。
Okito?
ある。何かはわからない。
If Okita can feel something off here as well, maybe it has to do with his swordmanship. That's it. What's bothering us is... Let me think. The way that I'm thinking about this is that they're going down the route of his swordmanship, which means there was a problem. He's right-handed. Actually, wait, no. Let me think about this. I confused myself, right? Because I thought. Well, I remembered them saying that it was, yeah, he's left-handed, right? Oishida, can you unsheath this dagger?
おうか、犯人かもしれない奴に武器を持たせるなんて危険だぞ。
Sakura, it should be fine. You're here, and so is Okita. If he tries to threaten me, just kill him. Don't
いいのかいお奉行さんよ。
look at me like that. If anything happens, Okita,
承知。
その嬢ちゃんにはこの懐刀じゃ全くかなわねえかんな。でも大体わかったぜ。こういうことだろ。
we should have tried to pull the dagger out, but
どうした？違和感が何なのか分かったのか？貸してみろ。
投げるから受け取れ。
so imagine he unsheathes it and then throws it to Sakura.
何も違和感はないが。
Toyama can handle it easily. It's just as I thought. You should understand now what exactly it is that was bothering me and Okita. That is, Oishida cannot unsheath the dagger. Sakura lacks the skills. There's a trick to the dagger. It's not a real dagger. Bro, just say that the dagger was meant for right-handed people. This dagger has a trick to it. I didn't...
細工？どこからどう見ても細工なんて見当たらないが。
何の変哲もないの。
いたって普通。
お前には細工が見えるんだろ？説明しろ。
No, sorry, I misworded that. You should understand now what exactly it is that's bothering me. He couldn't unsheath the dagger. I couldn't pull that out in a flash. Man, I was hoping for a funnier response. That's just gonna affect my score at the end.
大石田にだけ抜けない刀？そんな刀が存在するのか？
That's what felt off to us. Oishida, where do you carry your swords?
ま、お奉行さんにはすぐわかるか。右だ。
そうか。左利きか。
In other words, you would have had a hard time grabbing that dagger from him and then stabbing him with it. At that rate, you might as well just have cut him down with your own sword, right, Oishida?
そうだな。だから殺すとしたら自分の長ドスで殺してるだろうな。
Yeah, that's the other thing.
御用改めの時の違和感。そういうことか。
In other words, the Oishida theory has been worn thin now, too. That leaves Kawaii and Kahoku. Yeah, but it can't be Kawaii, because it's too meta for her to be the murderer.
私は違うざます。この娘がやったざます。
Wait, no, that's not... Never mind. It's hard to deal with these two, but... First, Hina Kahoku.
なんざますか？もうこの娘で決定ざますのに、これ以上何を聞くざます？
Let's give this a soft shake first. I'm asking both Kawaii and Kahoku about this. Please tell me why you killed Obanazawa. Begin your examination.
私が殺した？誰事もいい加減にするざます。
I mean, yeah, like, what motive would Kawaii have? Unless she's lying, right? That could be a possibility.
私が殺してないです。
Both of them are denying it, so... Now, whose claim should I examine? It doesn't spark any memory. I ask once more, why did you kill Obanazawa?
そ
This is a weird way to go about it.
私が尾花沢さんの家に行った時にはもう尾花沢さんは息をしてませんでした。それに私は今まで尾花沢さんと会ったこともありませんし。
But why were you covered in blood?
殺す動機なんか全然思い当たりません。あとはもう信じてもらうしかないと思います。
I mean, true. I don't see a motive, and we haven't come across anything that can be used as a motive for Kawhi. Now, whose claim should I examine? You didn't do it? I'll ask you once more, why did you kill Obanazawa?
このような馬鹿げた質問、何度も答えさせないでほしいざます。その耳かっぽじってよーく聞くざますよ。
What the fuck? What the fuck happened there?
その耳かっぽじってよーく聞くざますよ。
Alright, that's better.
私は殺してないし、殺す理由もないざます。どうして殺したって決めつけられないといけないざますか。私に罪を着せようとしても大間違いざますよ。
Both of them claimed they weren't the ones who killed him. They weren't the one who killed him, but
本人に直接聞いてもみんなやってないって言うに決まってるよ。
you never know until you try.
そういう時は動機を予想してみたらいいんじゃないかな。
Alright, everyone close their eyes, and whoever is the killer, raise your hand.
使命君が殺人犯だったらこうしてああしてって考えてみるとか。
That's a dangerous thought process. But she does have a point. I could try showing them some sort of proof. No shit. I'm only going through it to hear the dialogue. Like, I already know the fuck. Go back. The pin. This hairpin is yours, right, Kahoku?
そうざますよ。終わったら返すざます。
There's no mistaking that you dropped this while riding Nobanazawa's boat, correct?
それがどうしたざますか？
It's very important to you, isn't it?
そうざますよ。あの男、生きてたら許さないざますよ。
Maybe if you didn't kill him. It seems that Kahoku had plenty of motive.
でもその小娘は事件前後のことを言えないざますよね。十分怪しいざます。
でもこの子は犯人じゃないわよ。
Now you show up, Yamanami. Why do you say that, Yamanami?
だって悪い子には見えないし。
I hate that she has Makura's voice. That she's Makura's voice actress.
だったら私は犯人に見えるから犯人ってことざますか？
Not as much as the other guy.
奉行所はそのような印象だけで犯人を決めつけるざますか？
Kahoku, please calm down. We wouldn't.
いいえ、これは黙っていられる話ではないざます。
She's like getting defensive in the weirdest about the weirdest things that are completely irrelevant to the case. I see. Yamanami said what she did to make Kahoku lose her cool.
その小娘、よく聞くざます。
Deep.
だいたいあなた、結局何のためにあんな時間にうろうろしてたざますか？でもそんなのは犯人だからに決まってるざますよ。
でもそんなことは全然。あの時に歩いていたのは全然別の理由です。そうとしか。
ほらごらんなさい。言えないということはやましいことがあるということざます。
やましいことはないです
けどもだってもあさってもないざます。
I see. To get this heated, it looks like They both have their own secrets to hide. What does this mean? I mean, look. Obviously, Kawaii is hiding something. Because then why would she have blood on her fucking clothes? Right? Why are you hiding? Uh-oh. She's gonna kill me. Acting like you're hiding something when you're actually not.
はい、私は何も全然。
I mean, look. Kawaii is just acting suspicious under all the pressure, which means... But, like, it's funny! Kahoku, why are you so desperate?
焦ってるって、私が焦ってるざますか?
I'm just rolling my score for the funny at this point, man. You're the one who's been throwing out accusations left and right without any proof. And have you forgotten what you said about Yamanobe?
言っていた。何の話ざますかね?
So you still intend to play dumb?
何のことかわからないざますね。
Okay. Then we'll just have to keep talking until you get it.
いいざます。とことんはっきり話してやるざますよ。
Showdown, throwdown. What the? Why did?
おぶんよさん、もしかして私を疑っているざますか?
To put it simply, yes.
おかしいざます。私なんかよりもあの小娘の方が怪しいざます。
It's true that if we're speaking in circumstantial evidence, she's very suspicious.
だったらどうしてあの小娘を疑わないざますか?
I don't have any proof.
だったらなんで私を疑うざます?
Because you have a motive.
動機? 一体何のことざます?
Stop playing dumb. We have decisive proof of your motive. This. I mean, listen. I get that it's going down this path, right? But like, hello? when are we gonna stop? When are we gonna talk about why Kawaii was covered in blood, man? Is it just the flashy hairpin again? This is your motive. Your hairpin.
それがどうしたざますか?
This is your hairpin, which was lost by Obanazawa, is it not?
そうざますが、それが一体何の関係があるざますか?
Weren't you upset over losing your hairpin?
今となってはどうでもいいことざます。そんなことで殺すはずないざます。それにそれは動機になるほどのものじゃないざます。
Then why were you hassling him so much over it?
かかってないざます。そんなのはその山のべとかいう小娘のざれ言ざます。
It's not just her words. Shall we have... You didn't hear that. Shall we have Yamanobe prove it?
そこまで言い張るならその証拠を見せるざます。
Alright then. You were hassling Yamanobe. Yobanazawa. The proof of that is Yamanobe going to Obanazawa's house in the middle of the night. Obanazawa losing the hairpin. Bro. Hang on, let me think about this. You were hassling Obanazawa. The proof of that is Obanazawa losing the hairpin. I mean, yeah. Apparently not. This is the proof of that.
あら、そうざますか。そうは見えないざますけどね。周りの皆さんにも聞いてみるざますか。ざますか。
I think I'm confusing myself. That's right. We hardly need to ask to see that. This isn't proof. I need to use items as evidence. I need something else. Because of Yamanobe. Yamanobe's reason for going to Obanazawa's house. That's your proof.
あの小娘が男の家に行った理由ざますか？それがどうしたざますか？
She'd have no reason to go to his home except to deliver your lost item, Kahoku.
私の落とし物以外では行かない？どうしてそんなことが言えるざますか？
Because Yamanobe hates Obanazawa. She was told to deliver it immediately. Because she was told to deliver the hairpin as soon as she found it.
それは当たり前のことざます。見つけたら責任者に連絡するのが当然ざます。
No, that isn't all it was.
ずいぶんと物言いたげな口調ざますね。それはどうしてざます？
The reason Yamanobe wouldn't normally deliver this in the middle of the night is she had work the next day. Yamanobe is lazy. I mean, like, they're both true. Just one gives her the benefit of the doubt, right? So, like, you know. Because she'd be working with him the next day anyway. That is true. He wouldn't need to go all the way to Obanazawa's place in the middle of the night. Besides, people in her line of work need to be sleeping at such hours. That is true.
そんなことただの推測に過ぎないざます。この山野辺という小娘と河合という小娘が共謀していることも考えられるざます。それで私に罪をなすりつけようとしていることだって考えられるざます。
No, that's not possible.
どうしてざます？
The reason they wouldn't just be trying to pin this on you is Kawhi and Kohoku have never even met. Kawhi wouldn't do that. Yeah, Kawhi would never do that. Kawhi had never even seen you before, Kohoku. You can't pin a crime on someone you don't even recognize.
そんなのでたらめ嘘ざます。あの小娘たちは騙すのが得意なざます。
You're still going to fight it? Let's keep going then. There's another reason they couldn't be conspiring against you. Yamanobe. Yamanobe is mean. Yamanobe thought Kawhi did it. Yamanobe thought Kawhi did it from the start. There's no point in accusing your co-conspirator of a crime.
しかしざますね。証拠。そう決定的な証拠はないざます。それがない限りこれ以上の問答は不要ざます。
Unfortunately, we have proof that no one but you could have committed this crime.
あるとはそれは何ざます。
The reason it must have been you is... Wait. I'm confused. Am I dumb? Don't answer that. Let me think. Is it the time? Yamanobe was sleeping. Yamanobe was sleeping. Kawhi wasn't out at the time. And the other guy... What's the other guy again? Yeah, Oishida was at the gambler's den. Right? That's my line of thinking. Yeah, I didn't think so. It's the conclusive evidence of your crime.
それが切り札ざます
Trump?
か
I'm.
笑わせてくれるざますね
I mean, yeah, you're right. It isn't conclusive, right? Something that will make you laugh, which means this isn't it.
からかうのもいい加減にするざますこれ以上の茶番には付き合ってられないざます
I mean, it is interesting to see the wrong dialogue, but it's not my... Sorry, however, we do have conclusive evidence. It was at the scene of the crime. Yeah, it was an item. I mean, like, I get it's the first case, but like, surely it's not the dagger again. Actually, you know what? I haven't tested. Of course, it's the dagger. The proof of this is this dagger. Of course, it is. You've seen this before outside of this courthouse, haven't you?
そんなものないざます見たことも聞いたこともないざます
No. The only person who could have killed Obanazawa with this dagger is you.
私だけでたらめ言うとただじゃ済まないざますよ
This is not some guess, Kahoku.
だったら説明するざますわかりやすく誰しもが納得できるようにざます
I'd rather you stop stalling, but I'll oblige. First, this blade that murdered Obanazawa couldn't have been used by Oishida. This dagger is dull. It's hard to unsheath this when you're left-handed. As I've told you, this dagger is very difficult to draw left-handed.
それだとしてもあの山の辺とかいう小娘が刀を使えない理由にはならないざます
So you'll be satisfied if you know why she couldn't have used this blade either?
それは
She's also left-handed. I mean, the reason Yamanobe couldn't use this dagger is... Yamanobe is stupid! Nah. Obanazawa wasn't on guard against... Please. It's not gonna... Yamanobe wasn't on guard against... Obanazawa wasn't on guard against Yamanobe. They're not gonna have any funny dialogue if I call her stupid. Because Obanazawa would not have been on guard against Yamanobe. He wouldn't have pulled his dagger out to meet someone he trusted. I mean, that's just an assumption.
それはならこの可愛という小娘はどうざますか
You're still grasping at straws after all of this?
当たり前ざますやってないもんはやってないざます
That face just...
私じゃなくてあの小娘がやったんざます
Kobe Kawai is too short to be the killer because... I mean, like... the conditions of the body? Yeah, because Obanazawa died of blood loss. From the autopsy, we know that he was stabbed just once straight through the heart.
それがどうかしたざますか
Kawhi is too short to reach his heart with one hit. Damn. What a piece of evidence. Are you still not convinced? There's nowhere else to run. This is the end now. Kahoku, if you still have doubts, allow me to resolve them.
あるざますこの場の全員が嘘をついているかもしれないざます
しべくん追加情報よ
Oh, now you give me more information. What is it, Yamanami?
書簡届いたわよこれ読んでみて
I see.
どうかしたざますか
It's a report from the Shinsengumi. The only person who were near Obanazawa's residence that night are the people in this courtroom. So that settles it then. The only thing... Shut up. The only thing this game is missing are the Ace Attorney level freakouts. So you've decided to admit it, Kahoku.
もういいざます。私が殺したざます。あの男の漕ぎ方が下手すぎて、かんざしを落としたのが全ての始まりだったざます。
I don't know, maybe if you paid him enough, maybe he would be more, I don't know, accommodative. Is that a word?
私はそれで今すぐ弁償しろと言ったざます。
Accommodating. There you go.
でもそれはできないと言いやがって、ムカつくざますよね。それで夜になった時、あの男が街にいたのを見かけたざます。
Yeah, it's like, oh, sorry, you can always buy another though, right? Since you're so rich.
普通なら必死にかんざしを探しているのが当然ざますよね。それであの男の後をつけて家を突き止めたざます。それで玄関を叩いたらあの男が立っていたざます。しかも刀を持って。そりゃあ私はびっくりして右に返して、そしたらあの男に刺さってたざます。
You know, for someone who rows boats, you'd think he'd have... You'd think he has a stronger grip strength, but apparently not.
ざまざますあんな男死んで当然ざます。
Because you lost your hairpin?
人の持ち物をなくしておきながら責任感がないなんて商売人じゃないざます。お客様は神様ざますよ。
そんなことないよ。師匠はちゃんと責任感はあった。ほんの少しだけど。
Yamanobe, you could be surprisingly cruel with your words.
まあね。だって私が一番師匠のこと分かってたし、他に理解してくれるような人が誰もいなかっただけだけど。
Yamanobe can say such terrible things so coolly and matter-of-factly.
さあお奉行様、私を連れて行けざます。もうこの場にはいたくないざます。一秒たりともざます。
Then Hina Kahoku, you are under arrest for the murder of Tokuyoshi Obanazawa. There you shall await sentencing. Okita.
承知。
Kill her!
も
I
う
mean-
この世に未練なんかないざます。
Yeah, like, it's not the same without the Ace Attorney level freakouts. Okita drags Kahoku off towards the jail. Yikes. Grade C. And then the condition of the body. Because she's tiny. Alright, and then I guess I'll skip through this part.
人のもお客様。
You know, I don't want to skip through the ranking, alright?
もうこの世に未練なんかないざます。
Master Magistrate, I can't believe it. What do you... First try? God damn it.